So I'm sitting here doing day job stuff, and then I get the alert that my Hard Park package has been delivered, and so we're gonna go get it. I sent over a chunk of change to Chad at Hard Park and said, "Surprise me." So I have no idea what he sent. It was, we'll see. It's gonna be exciting, but it just got delivered, so I'm gonna go get it off the porch, and yeah, you guys can come with real quick. Let's go get it. Holy crap. I was expecting a box of this size, and we got a box of this size. It doesn't feel light either. What? Chad? Oh my God. You probably just overdid yourself. I can already tell this is going to be insane. All right, let's get it on the bench. This is freaking insane, guys. Like, I can't tell you how unprepared for this I was. Like I said, I was expecting something smaller, you know, but this is 14 pounds of Hard Park goodness. And I guess there's some batteries in there because, well, we got the battery warning. I just can't believe how big this box is. You know, 24 scale stuff, guys. Come on. So like I said, I sent over Chad a chunk of change, sent him some money, said, "Surprise me. I want some cool stuff to show on the channel." And I guess this is what we got. Let's see what he did, man. I'm nervous. I'm excited. I'm floored. I cannot believe this. Like, what? Like I said, I did not expect a box like this. Chad and the whole team at Hard Park, they always overdo themselves, man. Like, the best customer service I've ever experienced, especially with such a small, small company. They're not some big corporation. They got daily lives happening, and they still find the time, especially Chad, finds the time to just kind of help anybody out that has any questions. It's freaking amazing. Oh, this is like an actual box. It's a hard case. Oh, no, you didn't, sir. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Where's the logo? Where's the Hard Park logo? What is that? Is he hiding it from me? Oh, it fell off. No, we'll fix that. We'll fix that. No freaking way. Mercury RTR number 45. What? Dude, you guys. Oh, Jesus. Comes with the GT5. Comes with our neck lanyard, transmitter holder. Beautiful, beautiful lanyards by Tony set up there. Oh my God, guys. What is this? What is this? What is this little thing right here? Do I pull it out? Oh, yeah, there we go. What is this? I don't even know what this is, guys. Oh, the Dinky RC Bluetooth or Wi-Fi. Sick. Okay, that's sick. Well, we got stuff down in here, guys. Again, I had no idea what he was going to send, and this just is amazing. That's glued in there, so that's cool. Battery holder, though, for the transmitter. Got an extra set of batteries, plus the batteries in the transmitter. Here, let's get, I want to see what this is about down here. Oh, it's just that cool. It's just a cool thing that goes underneath. That's awesome. I wasn't sure if it was like a manual or something like that, but okay. So boom, Mercury. Look at that. So you got that right there. Freaking sweet. Battery adapters. Hex tool. Our little 3S 200 milliamp battery. That's sweet. Looks like a battery tray, maybe? Yeah, battery tray. What an awesome presentation. Oh my God, it's so light. That's crazy. So light. Wow, look at that. So the cool thing about this, it's all machine milled aluminum chassis. These little guys are numbered. Where's the number at? Somewhere in here we've got a number. There it is, right there on the back. So you can see right there, serial number 45. Freaking sweet. Got the Torrent servo on there, 3Flow9 Torrent servo, and then everything hard park. Looks like we need to tighten these guys up just a little bit. Rattling and shaking and shipping. Got our front ends just a little loose there. But still, man, just the weight of this thing is crazy. It's amazing. It's like super freaking light. We'll have to get it on a scale and we'll weigh it out for you guys. What a cool rig, guys. So the hard park axles, I'm sure you know all about those. Weight hangers, 1.8s. Man, micro Komodo, dinky. It's all clean, so clean. Like the wiring is so clean. Again, I think they might sell some of these as kits. I love these little, freaking awesome. If you get these as a kit though, you need to be aware that like you're gonna have to use some very specific electronics to make this work, because it is tiny and it is tight, and you're gonna have to solder. You're gonna be trimming all your wires down, soldering your wires to be just the right length. And yeah, you definitely got to pay attention to what you're doing here.
A few moments later.
All right, guys, so I had to stop the video in the middle of kind of my excitement to call Chad and clarify a few things about this rig, because there's some really awesome stuff, and I couldn't find some information on this, and some things came to light during the conversation that just blew my mind and completely honored me. So this whole video is going to kind of change from just an overview, review, deep dive style video to more of a historical documentation of provenance for this specific truck, because when I opened it, it didn't click what exactly I was holding in my hands. And so I'm highly honored that I'm going to be the steward of this truck. I'm the owner, and it's probably never going to go anywhere outside of my collection. It's now one of my most prized possessions in my RC collection. So I just want to kind of go over what this truck is, what it means, its historical significance, just to hard park in general, specifically with the Mercury. And yeah, we'll just talk about it a little bit. For those that don't know, maybe some of you already caught it, but I didn't even catch it just because I was so in the moment. But after talking with Chad and him kind of revealing what this truck was, I literally teared up, and it's starting again. So I'm going to try not, but it was just awesome, because when I was out at Beat the Creek, and I'll put a link to the video over here, you can check it out and timestamp it. But when I was at Beat the Creek, you know, he was showing off all the new stuff coming. The see, I can't even think right now. The MOAs and the Super build, and then obviously the Mercury was on its turntable turning as kind of the highlight of the show, and everybody was oogling it. And we talk about it a little bit in that video, and it was number 45. It was this exact chassis, and come to find out that this exact chassis was the first chassis that Chad had received from, you know, getting it manufactured. It was his first off the production line, and he said, just, you know, let's go ahead and engrave a random number, pull it out of the list though. We don't want to produce two of them, obviously, and let me try to do the build with it and take it to shows and whatnot. So that's what this ended up being. It's even all of the photos on the website. So any promotional material was using this chassis. At that show, we kind of talked, and I was talking to him about some of the previous projects and just how I'm a huge fan of collectibles and like some of the Mia stuff. I have the prototype Mia's #1 and the last of the run on all the Mia's aluminum chassis, except the H10 optic. I have number 100 of that. But I love to get that kind of stuff. I'm a huge collectibles guy. And yeah, I guess he remembered that, because I never expected to be able to get that from him. He said he was keeping #1. He said he was keeping the last one. It's all listed. And this one, even number 45, is listed as one he was keeping on the website. And this was his actual, he intended on keeping it as his personal build. So yeah, I was just kind of blown away. And throughout the conversation with him, it got real emotional, I think, on both of our sides. And it was just an awesome conversation. And so I just wanted to put that part out there of what this truck actually is and kind of what it means to me, and how much I appreciate Chad and Hard Park and everything they do. They're doing awesome things, and giving me the opportunity to be the steward of such an awesome piece of art and history. You know, when I first got it, I was excited. I was like, you know what? I think I might paint up the interior. The ESC back here is kind of situated to make it look like a motor. I was like, I should chrome out the headers that are coming out there. And now I'm just going to leave it. Nothing's getting changed. It's going to stay exactly the way it is. Like I said, it's going to be the pinnacle of my collection at this point. And so I'm super honored, is the easiest way to put it. I'm just super honored to be able to to be lucky enough and be close enough with Hard Park and Chad to be able to receive something like this. So huge shout out to them. Chad's an amazing human being, and he didn't even think twice, I guess, when he sent it over. He just kind of was like, I know Ken digs that stuff, and he wanted something cool to show off on the channel, and here we have it. Something really cool to show off on the channel. So enough with this. Let's get back on the bench. I'm going to go through the details of this, kind of like what's on the website. Another thing that's special about this guy, which is one of the reasons I called him, I couldn't find any information on the RTRs, and on the case it's marked Mercury RTR number 45, and he says he's not doing any more RTRs. More than likely. He said more than likely not going to do any more RTRs in the future. We'll see. May change, but this is the only Mercury RTR because it is so time intensive to do all that work, the detail and effort, and just the work that goes into soldering all of it and putting it together and making it nice and tight and clean like this takes a ton of time. And so makes sense why he wouldn't want to do any more RTRs. It's just too much effort. So that even put more honor onto me accepting this just as an amazing gift that like he put that into that maybe for himself, but then decided to pass it on to me. And yeah, again, I couldn't be more honored. I had no idea this was coming. I thought it was just I thought when I sent him the money, it was like, send me something cool. I thought I was going to get some of the MOAs and, maybe one of these, just a regular one, like the kit, essentially. I had no idea who's doing an RTR because, well, he's not. And and the transmitter, it's got the wheel on it. And these wheels only come with this guy. So very cool that at this point, these wheels only come on this guy. You might offer them in the future. We'll see. But one of the special wheels made it onto our GT5. So freaking amazing. And so no more RTRs and only one RTR here. So one of a kind. Again, it was his personal rig. These are even his tires. He cut and shut these trenchers. Again, not with intent to sell, just with intent to have love in the truck for himself and then passing that love on. Amazing, dude. Chad, I can't say enough. Like always, you always make me kind of speechless with what you do and what you build and what you bring to the community. You're amazing, dude. Keep on doing it. Keep on doing it. Let's get back on the bench, guys. I'm gonna cry. So when I talked to Chad, he did mention that he had sold quite a few of these already. There are still some left. So if you're at all interested, definitely, I'll put a link down below, take you straight to the page. You can check it out if it's available and you're interested. You can maybe put your number requests. I'd put like at least 5 or 6 numbers you'd prefer if you want to try to get a specific number. Otherwise, you're just going to get a random number. And again, I don't think he has many left. So if you're looking, go ahead and get it. Again, this isn't supposed to be a review, convince you to buy one thing. It's more of a just checking out something really cool, a piece of art, and just kind of going through the details that they have done. This is kind of their top of the top, spare no expense type project for the top of the line elite hard park style that, Chad tries to go for and just bring something cool to kind of their super fans. And so he decided to produce 56 of these guys. I think he kept a good chunk. Again, I think he kept number 1, 25, 45, which is this one, 54, 55, and 56. So there's 50 that have been available, and I think he sold quite a few already. Again, it was kind of a quiet drop, meant for people that are just paying attention. So anyway, let's go over this just so you guys can kind of see what all the hype is about and what makes this such a special rig. Again, it's all machine milled on a 5-axis, tons of time spent doing all the machine milling of all of the chassis. There's details everywhere. This carbon fiber here is like a 1/4 millimeter thick. It's so hard to see. Let me see if I can get in there for you. There it is. Look at that. It's that tiny piece right there. Tiny piece of carbon fiber so that, they can fit in there nice and kind of contour. Lots of recessed holes for the screw holes, everything except kind of the shock mounts because you can't really recess those, but everywhere else is kind of recessed and nice milling details. Again, a crazy amount of detail in this thing. The interior is awesome. Obviously, it's just 3D printed, but still, it like kind of hides all the electronics really well. You can see we've got the battery on chassis here. Technically, you would have this installed to kind of protect it and keep it from falling around, but I just wanted to show you without installed. So I'm going to keep it battery on axle, but and there is an adapter that comes along. Actually, we didn't get it, but he's sending them out so that if you want to do battery on axle, you can do battery on axle, or you can do the battery on chassis. It comes with both, and hard park battery fits in there perfectly, and he'll have a little extension wire to send with. So that is super cool. One thing to know about the battery on axle versus battery on chassis, to keep this battery nice and flush and kind of scale looking, you are going to lose a little bit of your up travel or down travel, depending on how you're looking at it. But your compression is going to definitely bottom out. Your drive shaft will end up hitting on the battery case a little bit. There's nothing you can do about that unless you're running a super tiny battery and kind of make your own battery holder here. But to fit the hard part battery and, going much smaller, you're not going to have enough runtime for any kind of driving realistically. So you're going to have to fit at least that. And it does kind of bottom out right there on the battery and the tray here. So you will lose a little bit on your equal compression, but your total articulation is still going to be there. So really, if you want that little bit of scale, you're going to sacrifice just that tiny bit there. And if you want to put more performance on it, obviously putting weight on the axle is kind of the way to go. And so you can move it to the axle, run your extension. It does obviously come with the normal servo mount, center mount servo. If you're going to run it on chassis, you can swap out the servo mount to a center mount servo and you're good to go there. So you don't have to run it like this. You could still run it like this, get rid of this and just kind of have an offset, but you don't really want to do that. Then your balance is kind of weird. Anyway, so yeah, lots of awesome details. Even the links here, you can see they're kind of double milled just to get you that awesome detail. Same with these wheels. These wheels currently only come with this. You can't buy them separate. They got those carbon fiber inserts, that plate in there, and then all of the screw holes are recessed as well. Such an awesome wheel, such good attention to detail. I mean, it's hard to convey. When you may not come through the video. I don't know, guys. I'm hoping it does, but like when you hold this in your hands, it's just like it's jewelry. It's just like the highest quality RC jewelry you can get for the 24 scale stuff. It's amazing. It's beautiful. It feels good. It feels quality. Even the links, look at that. Even his steering links, nice and milled. Everything is just a detail everywhere. Everywhere you look, attention to detail. Obviously the axles, those have been out for a bit, but if you don't know his shocks here, these shocks have like the rotating carbon fiber. So if your tire hits, it's going to rotate that carbon fiber. See that? So it kind of helps reduce resistance at full lock if you are hitting. So that's super cool. The drive shafts are not hard part. This, I believe, is a stock drive shaft here. And then the front drive shaft here is one of the cut-to-length drive shafts from Birdfinger. And they're super low profile, but also super strong. And that kind of helps give us a little bit more space up front, again, for that battery to fit, which is awesome. Again, all of the interior has tabs and wire channels to run your wires through so that you can guide them through. He's going to have a video kind of talking about how to set that up, but you can see it here, how some of those wires are routed through the inside of the chassis as good as I can do it right now. Go ahead and pull this battery out here so you can see there's even a place to tuck away your lead, your balance lead there. The balance plug, you tuck it away in there so it's not rubbing on your drive shaft. Our 3-flow 9 servo works perfect on here. The torrent, because it's a rear exit wire, runs straight through there. Again, you are going to have to cut every plug off of every single thing except your battery and solder it on. The Dinky D drive. This is going to be our first experience with the Dinky D drive. I've been excited to check that out at some point, so that'll be cool. I appreciate that. Went ahead and loosen these up and pop these screws out so that we could open this up and can pull the interior out and show you how the receiver is sitting. There's just 2 screws that hold the interior on, one on each side. This guy can kind of come right out. And there you can see our plug and our receiver, the Fly Sky receiver. And again, it's all soldered. All of the wires that run through here, they all solder directly to the board down in there, both the servo wires, you can see the black ones there, as well as the receiver wires. So that's a thing for sure, for sure. Very cool how this is all set up, though. I think they did a really good job making everything nice and tight and clean. And again, giving you all the little channels back here to run your wires through. You can see the 3 motor wires run underneath this channel here. You can kind of see them right there. So yeah, just keeps everything super nice and clean and tucked away. And yeah, definitely digging it. Go ahead and get this guy back together. Then again, we got our low blow knuckles. It's a full knuckle and weight hanger setup, all one piece. So that's cool. You can adjust the weight by pulling the tungsten in and out if you really wanted to. We're just going to leave it all in there. Obviously, it's kind of ideal. There's no reason to really pull the weight out. Some of the bigger ones that have a ton of weight, you might want to pull some of the weight out. But generally speaking, you kind of want to get as much weight forward as you can without going too far overboard. You don't want to roll down the hill every time you descend. So, yeah, good balance there. Anyway, guys, Delrin skid. Yeah, just an awesome piece of artwork. Even the interior has kind of this block firewall to block off your motor so that the micro Komodo is not, it's pretty protected. The battery's protected and all that. Micro Komodo has plenty of space in there. I mean, it's tight, but there's space in there. It's nothing's rubbing. It's an awesome rig. And there's still adjustability in the back. Look at that. You can adjust your upper links there. Tons of shock adjustments. Adjustments on your front links here for your shocks if you want to put your shock mounting down here. You can also move the shocks forward and mount them straight to the axle here. Maybe not with the battery on axle there. You might rub a little, but yeah. Again, amazing piece, guys. I don't know what else to say about it. Kind of at a loss for words on, again, just how awesome it is. I just keep saying the same thing over and over, but it's a cool rig, and I mean, cool is an understatement. So if you are interested at all in picking one of these up, definitely check out the Hard Park website. Again, I'll put a link down below. And yeah, I guess I should go drive it. The collector in me says don't drive it, put it on a shelf, but that's not what they're meant for. They're meant to be driven. So we'll probably take it somewhere. We'll take it up to somewhere nice. We'll take it somewhere nice. I'm not going to drive it hard and crazy, at least not now. I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll go ahead and drive the heck out of it and use it in comps or something. It's so hard for me because I'm a collector. I like things new in package, new in box, like not used, but they're meant to be used. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. All right, guys, let's go ahead and weigh it up like I said we would, just so you kind of know what a built one is looking like. Now we're doing the battery on axle here, so holy crap, 313 or 312 grams. That is wild. And we're looking at a 6337 weight bias, 63% to the front, 37 to the rear. So 312, 37, 63 seems amazing. All right, and then if we were to throw this battery on, it's going to add a little bit more weight and a little bit more to the front. So now we're at 6535, 329. Wow, that's amazing, guys. Under 350 grams for this rig. That is so cool. And that's ready to go. Batteries ready to go. That's insane. Under 330. And again, 65-35 weight distribution. 50-50 left to right. 51 now that we've added the battery. Yeah, it was 51-49. Without the battery, it's 50-50. So if you were to center mount this battery, center mount your servo, yeah. Either way, you're still, even with the battery crazy in the back, you're still 60-40 in. Pretty cool. All right. And I guess the last thing to talk about and mention, and it's hard to see, which is unfortunate, and I am certainly not opening this guy up to show you, but you can see down in here the DWS L. It's a DWS L for low profile transmission. And it's a custom to this. He'll probably end up selling that eventually at some point so people can do scale interiors, but it's a lay low style transmission and it's got custom reliefs in it specifically for this chassis as well. So the production version may not be quite as fancy. It's so hard to see down in there, but it's there, and such a cool, I mean, it's a proven transmission. Everybody loves the DWS transmission, but this is just kind of a low profile setup. So you can see that there. Sits super low, which is awesome. Awesome. I wish I could show it. I wish I could show it to you outside of the rig, but like I said, I'm not taking this guy apart. Not today, kids. All right, let's get out of here.
Mercury is rising! On emotion! so direct. 1-8 wheels, hard work, religion, line after line, it's a perfect collision. Art in motion, crawling through the climb. Every cut, every curve, meticulously designed. Art in motion, nothing else compares. Only 56 alive, and number 45 right there.
Well, guys, of course we get rained out. Of course, right? Like, why wouldn't we? When we're trying to do a video on this amazing thing, like, why wouldn't it just start pouring? Oh well. We'll try to do it again here in a little bit, maybe. All right, we waited for about a half hour. The rain has died down. Still sprinkling a little. You probably can't tell, but it is. We'll just try to keep going. The rocks are wet a little bit, so we'll see what we can get, but let's go.
Carbon barely needed with the craft is pure. Each angle machined, each detail assured. Hard work, legacy straight from the source. A Mercury crawler with unstoppable force. Locked on the line, no slip, no doubt. This rig was made to shut pretenders out. Performance married to a flawless creation. Metal and power in tight formation. 1-56, history on the rock and sand. A ghost on the trails, built by human hands. Number 45, rare like real devotion. A crawler alive, this is art in motion. Art in motion. Art in motion, crawling through the climb. Every cut, every curve, meticulously designed. Art in motion, nothing else compares. Only 56 alive, and number 45 right there. Art in motion. Art in motion. Moving this. Art in motion. Art in motion.
All right, guys, it's starting to come down again. I mean, I even questioned if I wanted to drive this guy at all, let alone have it out when there's wetness and dirt, all that stuff. They're meant to be driven, but man, we're also on some rocky terrain here. We just came through right here. Yeah. All right, let's get back down to the Bronco and this way, I guess, and get her back in the case. Such an awesome rig, though. I'm going to drive it again. I just want it to be a little bit more controlled conditions, honestly. It's just the rain keeps like coming in spurts, and I have to keep tucking it under my shirt. Not ideal. And again, the rocks are right. It's still killing lines. It's a line killer for sure, but all right. Such a good spot to crawl, get footage, but it is a little bit of a trek. A little bit. There's worse, obviously, but you know, when it's raining, getting dark, and our battery's low, it's time to go. Beep beep. All right. And we're back to the Bronco. That's for you, Chad. That's for you, buddy. Chad loves the Bronco. Don't you, Chad? Love the Bronco, buddy. In my defense, I was left unsupervised. All right. Let's get her back in her case. And head home looking soaked. Ugh. All right. Can't wait. We'll definitely run this guy in a comp at some point, at least once. And yeah, it should be a real good time. It's killer truck. Hard Park, you killed it. It's a sign. It's a sign. There we have it, ladies and gents. A piece of art in motion. Amazing. Yeah, I can't say anything else that I haven't already said. It's huge. It's awesome. Huge shout out to Hard Park, obviously, and every part of Hard Park, from Chad to the team drivers, everybody associated with Hard Park. They all do a great job, even down to all the supporting companies that team up and work with Hard Park. 3Flow9, Dinky, Birdfinger, FearTech with the Micro Komodo. Who else we got there? I think that's it right now. That's on this rig, at least. You know, the Fly Sky stuff that Chad likes to use. It's awesome transmitter and receiver. It's proven, been around, well budgeted. So that's cool. But yeah, everybody that kind of helps assist in growing the space and making things like this possible. Shout out to all you guys. And then shout out to everybody that loves this stuff. Like, you guys are awesome. You are why they keep doing this kind of stuff, and why I keep bringing content to try to show you what's out there, show you what's cool, and bring my passion to it, so you can see you're not alone. We all love this stuff. We are all into it, and we all dive deep. And so, yeah, I appreciate you guys as well. I appreciate you hanging out. I appreciate all your time. I know your time is the most valuable thing. That's one of the reasons why I appreciate Chad and Hard Park so much. He puts so much time and energy into the hobby and into being personable with everybody, reaching out to customers reaching out to him when we're at shows, doing interviews, talking about things. And then again, all the way down to sending me out his personal rig because he knew I wanted something cool and unique to show you guys and to have for my personal collection. Again, it's mind blowing the amount that this guy puts out, that Chad puts out. It's awesome. So I love to support companies that love to support us. And so, and by us, I mean the community, everybody that enjoys RC. Anyway, I'm ranting here, and that's what I end up doing when I'm emotional. So let's go ahead and wrap this guy up. Huge shout out to all of my channel members on a personal level. All these guys get to see videos early before anybody else, all that good stuff. If you want to check out channel members, you can. I talk about it every video. Same with all of our communities. We have a Discord chat. If you want to be part of the Discord chat, definitely click the link down in the description below. Our Discord community is amazing. Tons of people in there showing off their rigs, helping new people, answering questions, asking questions, just throwing out funny memes, whatever. It's all in the Discord. Check out the Discord. Definitely worth it. And even if you're a first-time Discord user, it's easy. Just download the app, click the link. You're good to go. And I feel like I'm missing something because my brain is going everywhere. Yeah, thank you guys again. Get out there and build something awesome. Oh yeah, like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell, all those things you do at the end of videos you like and channels you want to support. And then get out there and build something awesome, build a car, build a course, build a community. Because all those things are things that are super important to keep this alive. And smash it, crash it, and bash it. And we will not be breaking any expensive parts or any parts on this guy. Peace, guys.